Hey guys, what's going on? Good evening, good morning, wherever you're at. Awesome. So we're back in P3D, and decided to take the old mad puppy out for a little short trip to Memphis. We're in Atlanta right now. I believe we're at what gate is this? We're in Terminal Delta, so Delta 27, and so just got everything loaded up. We're about to board, and we're on the VATSIM, so we're gonna have loads of fun with traffic. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be good stuff. So yeah. All right, let's dive back into the flight deck here and go ahead and get everything prepped and ready to go. Like this. Uh, all right, so I think I can ground power.
Atlanta Tower, good evening, Delta 283 Heavy, ready to taxi for 26 left. Delta 283 Heavy, Atlanta Tower, good evening, runway 26 left, straight ahead, Fox 5, right on Echo.
Stand by.
Roger, straight ahead, Fox 5, and then Echo, right on Echo at Delta 283 Heavy.
Looks like should be fairly straightforward. Already got our pre-departure clearance, so should be out of here shortly. Of course, Atlanta. I mean, taxi instructions are fairly simple. Nothing too crazy. I just want to try to get some ground power going on real quick.
Official aircraft Atlanta Tower, information to Oscar now current, wind 150 at 5, local altimeter 3007.
Alright, that on. Alright, go ahead and test the emergency lighting system.
P8 and emergency light test.
Emergency lights okay.
Alright, and looks like we're good to go there. And let's go ahead and request boarding.
Atlanta Tower, JetBlue 1337, will reach go to runway 27 right on Mike, ready for departure.
JetBlue 1337, RNAV SWA, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV SWA 27 right, clear for takeoff, JetBlue 1337.
Alright. Hey, bud, how's it going, man? Alright, so Kilo Alpha Tango Lima. This programmed up here. Go. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, the audio coming in from that young outside. Private. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Alright, reduce it down. I updated my V-Pilot software, so audio might be off. We'll try that and see what you guys think. Hopefully it doesn't blow anyone's eardrums out. Hello, Mike. Echo, Mike. And we're expecting 2-6 left. Like I said, we already got our pre-departure clearance, so we're all set to go.
Atlanta Tower, Delta 283 Heavy, short of 26 left.
A little better.
Delta 283 Heavy. RNAV Snuffy, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff. RNAV Snuffy, clear for takeoff, 26 left, Delta 283 Heavy. JetBlue 1337, contact departure 125.7, good night.
125.7 over to departure, JetBlue 1337, and have a good evening.
Alright, shook. Let's see here, and then I don't know what to expect going into Memphis because I have not checked the weather in Memphis, and I should. Let's pull up the briefing real quick. Alright, that's Nashville. There you go. Alright, 170. So I'm thinking, I want to see if they'll give us 18 Charlie. But I know their arrival should be the Vans 2, and we'll be connecting Blazer. There we go. I can't hear you at all. LOL. Hold on. Can you hear me now? Bueller? Is that better? Hey, what's going on? Sure.
Delta 283 Heavy, contact departure on 125.15, 125.15. Roger, we'll go departure 125.15, Delta 283 Heavy.
Let's see, maybe. Hopefully it's a little better.
All stations, departure frequencies now 125.15.
Hopefully that's a little better. Alright, alright, so we're still. I see add-ons say they're for P3D. Will they also work in FX? I fly FS9 still and do FXX. Unfortunately.
All stations on a tower, bit back momentarily.
Unfortunately, some will work. I believe the issue is depending on how that particular aircraft's coded. Like the 3D modeling should work, but a lot of the avionics sometimes are coded just for that updated platform, so you might run into some issues in FXX, unfortunately. Now there is quite a few developers out there who still support FXX, but they're becoming slimmer and slimmer as far as availability of add-on. So just something to keep in mind. Welcome to the channel, though. By the way, appreciate you swinging by and participating in the chaos. Alright, let's see, guys. I hope the audio is better. If not, let me know. Alright, so. Alright. Put into a fuel weight here. 15.9. feet. And same for scenery. Now, I have heard more success with the scenery, right? Now, the one thing you want to be mindful of is the file structure is a bit different. Oh, your voice is very weak. It's 3 times as loud. Okay. Let's see. Alright, let me know if that's a little better on my audio, and we'll go from there. Let's see. Yeah, let me know that's a little better, guys. Just made some changes there. Now, yeah, you may have a little, you may have better luck with the scenery. I've heard quite a bit of success with the scenery. It's just with the aircraft, especially once you get into the higher fidelity add-ons, you start running into some problems. So the heat change, freaking. Let's see. I can't see. There we go. Alright. Improvement. Maintenance. But yeah, hopefully that helps you out a little bit. I know it's a little bit daunting getting everything brought over, especially going from one platform to another. So see, I should be there, and I think we're almost ready. Oh, hey, but what's going on, man? Yeah, I just updated my my OBS software, so everything's off. The voice is barely heard, still needs to be louder. Appreciate it, man. Let me yeah, let me know the audio, guys. Just brought my mic gain up quite a bit, so hopefully that's a little better. Hopefully that's a little better. Alright, so we got APU on, external power off. Start pump, we'll leave that on for right now, but we're gonna get ready for startup and pushback. Seatbelt signs on, emergency lights armed. We got bleed air coming off for APU. Bleed air off the APU, isolation valves are open both sides. We'll go ahead and set up that take-off trim. Get that set up, and hopefully I don't screw this departure up. I think ground got us all set up, so we'll just double check, make sure all the doors are shut and secured. So yeah, everything's subject to external power access door. I love aliens. I went to Roswell like once. We just got bored. I lived in Hobbs, New Mexico, and went up there once, and man, I didn't see any aliens, but they had a bomb, little diner for breakfast. It was amazing. All right, let's see. Double check. Alright, I think we are just about ready for start it up here. 19. Alright, so let's check the Atlanta ATIS real quick. 125 point. Was that one? Yeah, 125.
Atlanta Tower, good evening. KLM 1822, radio check.
KLM 1822 on a car 5x5.
5x5, that is ATIS online. KLM 1822.
Atlanta, airport information, Golf 0013 Zulu, wind 156 at 5, visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky condition, few clouds,
Are you inside hangar 84? Got any merch? Nah, man, no merch. Still, still working on that one. Oh, that's awesome. Heck yeah. Alright, let's see. Bus controller. Oh. Alright. I think we are about ready to go. Go ahead and make this call. First of all, what gear? Double check what gear are we at? All right, yeah, Delta 2. All right. Oh man. Tower, good evening. Delta 238, Delta 27. Press pushback with Golf.
Mic on.
Try that one more time. Tower, good evening. Delta 238, Delta 27, ready for pushback. Information Golf. Hopefully heard me. Maybe not. 9.1. Now I don't hear him anymore. Atlanta Tower, Delta 238, radio check. Double check, make sure VHF, yep, radios are, everything should be good. Not sure why. Atlanta Tower, Delta 238, radio check. Thursday. How's the battery? 24 volt. The amperage, don't give me the line on the amperage, but most of these systems are 24 volt systems. Atlanta Tower, Delta 238. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me. So. Wait a minute. VHF2. Alright. Atlanta Tower, Delta 238.
Delta 238 on tower.
Line Tower, Delta 238, good evening. 238, set Delta 27, Chris pushback, information Golf.
Delta 238, 782 6FX, Fox, Rebecca.
Say again, 238.
Delta 238, are you requesting taxi?
Negative, 238, requesting pushback.
Delta 238, push and start is our discretion advisory taxi.
238. Let's see, what charges them? So these guys in the back here are actually what charges the battery. So both of the engines have a generator attached to them as well. So once we spin them up, then the battery's charged at that point. And also we have the APU as well providing power. So that's also charging everything up for us. Alright, get ready for pushback here. And I'm fighting audio problems right now. Sounds about right. Let's see, let me jump over here and... Alright, so that's good. Alright.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Alright, so just one more check, make sure everything is...
I didn't get that. Did you try?
No, Siri, leave me alone. Let's see. Start pump, we'll leave that off right now. Alright. And hopefully to the left.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release sparking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, getting the push back there. And I guess we'll go ahead and get ready for engine startup. So we'll go ahead and turn off both left and right packs. Make sure we got good bleed air. Alright, we'll set for system deignition. Make sure we're clear on the right. Go ahead and open that right start valve. Should get an increase here in N2. Waiting for about 22%. 22, 23% should be perfect. Alright, let's see, 23%. There's fuel flow. Watch that EGT. EGT is coming up. And it should line out here. Generator just came online. We'll go ahead and close that right start valve. Look over our shoulder, make sure we're clear on the left, and we'll go ahead and roll that left engine into. Probably gonna want us to set our brake here in a minute. Come out. Oh man, that's wet back. Alright.
Set parking brakes.
Alright, brake set.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
And we'll go ahead and confirm that engine start and close that left start valve. We blow something up. And go ahead and alright, and right pack is on, left pack is on. Air is off the APU, and we're turning off the APU master. And we should be good to go. That'll go down. That'll go through a little cooldown phase and shut down there. Normally, we want to turn off the galley power as well prior to engine start, but it'll be all right.
Tower, good evening. Delta 2286, Soldier Charter Dixie, you ready to go to some right with information Oscar. We're the 2286 on a Fahrenheit 278 taxi via Dixie Lima Juliet Mike.
Alright, let's see.
Dixie Lima Juliet Mike, 2286.
Let's go ahead and activate this. Legs. Let's see. This is when having a two-person crew works wonders. Alright,
Atlanta Tower Delta 3247, Quest IFR with Charlotte.
Delta 3247 on a pair, clear to Charlotte International Airport with facility departure. Still, filed, maintain 10,000, expect level 200 beside departure. Departures with on a center 125.15, squawk 7234.
I maintain 10,000, expect flight level 290, 10 minutes after departure. Departure 125.15, squawk 7234, Delta 3247.
Delta 3247, made by correct, expect runway 27 right for departure, call taxi southside right.
alright,
Expect 27 right for Delta 3247.
everything should be filled out. Gross weight's filled out, but we can't execute. Why? To the legs page. I mean, we can clear that discontinuity.
Atlanta Tower, good evening, Westwind 3602, and information Oscar on board, request IFR clearance to Baltimore, Washington, Bureau Good. Westwind 3602 on a flight clear to Baltimore International Airport, smooth track to departure, Kelvin changes none as filed, maintain 10,000, expect level 3301 beside departure. Departures with Atlanta Center 125.15, squawk 7220.
Destination Memphis. Sector
7220 for Westwind 3602. Westwind 3602, squawk reback correct, expect runway 27 ready for departure.
Take off.
27 right for departure, Westwind 3602.
Should be good. Once again, not 100% sure why our flight plan is not. You know what? Let's do this. So why? Alright, so that's that. No. Fuel 95.0. Okay, that's good. Alright, this is very inconvenient, but no worries there. I think we're probably going to get page shook. Activate. Oh, let's do hello, Mike. Echo. Mike. Alright, so that's it. Am I missing something? Go to the idea page. Position visualization for Atlanta. Alright. Thankfully, it's not too terribly difficult to get everything programmed here, but aggravating nonetheless. Advance 2. Laser. Execute. Alright. So everything should be.
Delta 2386, RNF to football, RNA 27 right, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff, RNF football, 2286.
Let's double check. Take off and then. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can get out of here. Atlanta Tower, Delta 238, ready to go with Oscar.
Delta 238, still on Atlanta Tower, Squawk mode C, Euro 926 left, taxi via Foxtrot Echo, 23007.
Say again for 238.
Delta 238 from Squawk mode C, that's mode Charlie, runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot Echo, altimeter 3007.
Foxtrot Echo 307 238. Alright, let's see. 7 is 7232. Alright, so for TRA should be good to go. Alright, let's go ahead and set flaps.
Delta 2286, contact departure on 125.15, Lagos Flight, good night.
2570, thanks for your service, so we'll see you 2287, May 6. Tower Delta 160.
Delta 160 on the tower. Delta 160 on the tower.
Atlanta Tower Delta 1390 is with you, visual for runway 27 left.
Delta 1390 on the tower, also with you, wind 1505, runway 27 left, go to land.
Go to land 27 left, 1390.
Right, see. And make a right on Echo. All right. And down here, we'll go ahead and get our light set up. So he's probably going to put us on with center, which is 132.975. So once we get stopped here,
tower ready to check, please.
Station going 5 by 5.
Atlanta Tower Delta 3247, ready taxi 27 right.
Delta 3247 on the tower, runway 27 right, taxi via Lima Juliet to Mike.
Lima Juliet Mike, Delta 3247.
all right. And let's go ahead and set our bug up. Zero. Okay. Gonna keep ourselves somewhat oriented. also keeping in mind that we're super light, so
Good evening, Tower. Learjet 4-5 Juliet Kilo, ATIS Information Oscar. Pick up IFR to Duluth.
Sorry, last station calling again?
Yeah, it's Learjet 4-5 Juliet Kilo, ATIS Information Oscar. Pick up IFR to Duluth.
4-5 Juliet Kilo, on the side clear to Duluth Airport. Need pencil to departure, Emma transition on its south. Maintain 1010,000, expect level 360 window south departure, serve Atlanta Center 125.15, squawk 7216.
right.
And Lear 4-5 Juliet Kilo is clear to Duluth. Pencil 2 departure. Emma transition as filed. Initial altitude 10,000, 360 minutes after. 2515 and squawk 7216.
No 4-5 Juliet Kilo, lead back to expect runway 26 right for departure, call taxi.
4-5 Juliet Kilo, we'll call you back.
At 1390, cross 27 right at Papa, join Liam to ramp.
Alright.
Atlanta Tower Delta 3247, holding short 27 right at Mike 18.
Roger. Delta 1390, cross 27 right at Papa, join Lima to the ramp, please.
Sorry, say again, 1390.
Delta 1390, cross 27 right at Papa, join Lima to the ramp.
Roger, cross 27 right at Papa, join Lima to the ramp, 1390.
Delta 238, run up to Snuffy, runway 26 left, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff, 26 left, 238. Alright, so...
Delta 3247, sorry, you said you're taking Mike, is that Mike 18 intersection?
Yeah, Mike 18.
Alright, so...
Delta 3247, runway 27 right at Mike 18, line up wait.
Line up wait, Mike 18, 27 right, Delta 3247.
Landing lights on...
Atlanta Tower, Southwest 1013 with you, ILS 27.
Southwest 1013, Atlanta Tower, also with you.
Right.
Wind 1505, runway 27, not gonna land.
I'll try to get going here.
Runway 27 left, clear to land, Southwest 1013.
Right. 3247, Arnett to football, runway 27 right, clear takeoff.
Arnett to football, Delta 3247, clear takeoff. 27 right.
Takeoff.
Atlanta Tower requesting IFR clearance to Miami with information Oscar.
Sorry, can I get a call sign?
American 420.
Alright, takeoff power is...
American 420, Atlanta Tower, clear to Miami International Airport with a bang 2 departure. Luck transition, then as filed. Maintain 10,000, expect level 350, 10 south departure. Departures with Atlanta Center 125.15, squawk 7260.
We are cleared to the Miami International Airport via the Bang 2 departure, Luck transition, maintain 10,000 and then 32,000 5 minutes after departure. Departures with center and now squawk 7260. Next 420.
Airport 20, reback correct, expect 27 right.
Roger, expect 27 right, next 420.
Alright. Nav unavailable. Alright, excellent. Alright, let's give this to auto. Try to get the airplane cleaned up real quick.
238, contact the departure gate.
Departure, have a good day. 38.
And Delta 3247, contact departure, proceed.
Or departure, Delta 3247.
Alright, clear of conflict.
Tower Delta 160.
Delta 160 on the tower.
We would like to confirm the frequency. I know that there was a frequency change, departure frequency.
Yes, Delta 160 once you're off the ground and airborne, and departure frequency is 125.15.
125.15.
We'll be in your IFR
15 for departure.
Delta 160 will be in your IFR clearance if you, yeah, you already requested those. Yeah, 125.15.
During the localizer, just going to maintain 4,000 for Southwest 1331.
Delta 428, contact tower 119.1.
Tower 119.1, thank you.
Departure gauging Delta 238 is with you at 7,000 for 10,000.
Delta 238, Atlanta Center radar contact, climb maintain 14,000.
I maintain 14,000, 238. Alright. First of all,
Delta 3447, contact Atlanta Center 132.97.
Here.
3247.
Delta 3247, contact Atlanta Center 132.97.
I was just wondering you didn't use my right call sign, but I'll switch to 132.907 for Delta 3247.
Okay, that's weird.
Southwest 1331. Field's going to be at your 11 o'clock and 18 miles before field in sight. Got in sight for Southwest 1331. Southwest 1331, clear visual approach runway 27 left.
Clear visual approach runway 27 left, Southwest 1331.
So.
Delta 238, contact Atlanta Center 132.907, good day.
32.97, 238, have a good day. Let's see here. And not only to refine the airplane, we also have to make these calls. So 132.975. Let's see, 975, here we go. A little quick pause here. Your channel's clear. Last Center, good evening. Delta 230 is with you out of 12,000 for 14,000.
Delta 238, Atlanta Center, good evening. Climb maintain over 360.
360 for 238.
Atlanta Center, good evening. Delta 786, level 330.
Delta 786, Atlanta Center,
guys, we're going to
Delta 3247, squawk 2075. 2075, Delta 3247.
Alright.
EPS 937, cross Ozzy at 12,000, 2509, somebody else under 3007.
Alright, so we've been cleared all the way up to...
Little cross Ozzy at 12,250 knots for EPS 937.
American 18, contact Atlanta Center 125.15 today.
Alright.
American 18, contact Atlanta Center 125.15.
That got busy, guys. Wow. That got busy.
125.15 for American 18.
Touch aircraft Atlanta Center, step away for about 2 minutes. We'll advise back on the frequency. If anyone calls it brief, just let know I stepped away for a sec.
Let's see, performance VNAV unavailable, and I don't know why. I have Lord knows how many hours in this thing, and I literally do not know why. We have absolutely no performance data. I mean, everything's entered here on the initialization page, so that's not it. But yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Very, very weird. Get those slats up, that would help tremendously. Oh man, I just hate it, guys. When you're off your game, holy cow. You're off your game, and not only that, we are fighting a headwind. You're fighting a gnarly headwind. Issue fuel. I know we have enough. Ask another. That's very, very weird. I'm not sure. All right. All right, 18,000 feet. All right. Yeah, that's a prime example, especially with an aircraft like this, where it requires having. I mean, it's really nice to have more than one person operating this thing, but it does get busy, especially on departure, and it in fact gets so busy. I'll tell you right off the bat. I missed programming our transponder, which is very important. Missed several calls. Especially adding VATSIM to the mix, it really does. I mean, it changes the game. So.
Aircraft 97 back.
Something to keep in mind there. Following checklist as well, which I have to admit.
Delta 786, cross chipper at 13,000, the land altimeter 3007.
Chipper at 13,000, we copy Delta altimeter 786.
Yeah, I'm not sure why we're having such a hard time. Alright, looks like. I wonder, and this is my fault. I think I know what I did. So, during the process of entering all of this data, all the performance data during the performance initialization process, this is something to watch out for because this is the first time I've ran into it. When you're typing in the reserves are the 45-minute reserves, the FA reserves you're supposed to have. If you enter over, and which you will never do, I mean, you would never do that unless you maybe fat fingered something. But if you enter, let's say right now we got 13,000 on board right now. If you enter 15,000, it will not let you execute it. So, just FYI. Just so you guys know. Getting a little late, so we'll bring up our floodlights here a little bit. Go for the left engine. Man, we got our left engine on a long time ago, buddy. Oh, man. Yeah, so now man's 2, city's pet, departure, transponder, 730, yeah, so that was right. All right, so man, interesting bit of news I saw earlier. So I saw
Atlanta Center, Learjet 45 Juliet Kilo 7.8 for 14,000.
Correct, Juliet, correction number 45 Juliet Kilo Atlanta Center, good evening, climb maintain level 330.
And it's
climb maintaining flight level 330, 45 Juliet Kilo.
And it's kind of weird because initially when it released, for $134, and then all of a sudden they changed it to $299.
So there's 3171, contact Atlanta Center 125.15.
Oh no, I find that strange. And
2515, thanks.
I know Captain talking there. Okay, but I know Captain Sim's track record, and I don't know. It looks good, but I don't know. I don't know. The jury's still out on that one. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens there. All right, we're at 30, almost at 36,360, and we'll see what ATC has for us. I'm looking here on that map, and I think Memphis is also online. Yeah, so Memphis is online as well. Let's see. So we got approach and ground both online. So we should at least have services. So too bad. Just to double check, guys. How's the audio? Is it somewhat kosher? Is it tolerable? If not, let me know, and I can see about making changes. Also, I'm not sure if you guys remember the last stream I had with the MD88, but I did have some problems with the flickering, and come to find out, it's actually the just got a subscriber. Thanks so much for that. Definitely appreciate it. But come to find out that which I remember hearing this, and I don't know if the last time. I guess as you get older, you know, the Alzheimer's kicks in, and yeah. But the VSync and frame rate limit should be VSync should be on, and VSync should be on.
Atlanta Center, Delta 2286, will you step away for 5 minutes, please?
Alright. Yeah.
That's approved, let me know when you're back.
Alright, VSync, sorry.
Say again, I didn't hear you.
Good lord.
Delta 2286 approved as requested, let me know when you're back.
Alright.
Okay, thanks. You'll let you know we're back, 2286.
Alright, thank you. VSync should be on, and frame rate reduced. So I did that, and so far no flickering. So I say that and it starts spazzing out on me, which means I can start busting out the 717 a little more. I'm really stoked about that. It would be nice to bust out a 767, but I'm just not willing to pay $99 for a beta. I mean, I'm just gonna be flat honest with you, and you know, I don't like trashing developers because they're so few.
Atlanta Center, Delta 160, flight altitude 14,000.
Alright, we're at cruise there, so I'm going to go ahead and set up our for our cruise, and we're landing up there at 360.
Delta 160, Atlanta Center, climb maintain level 240.
Climb maintaining flight level 240 for Delta 160.
Let's try to stay ahead of the airplane here. I'm going to tell you why, because what we're going to do, I know that Memphis Center frequency is 133.65 based on my chart, so we're going to go ahead and dial in Memphis frequency, which I should know that by heart, but let's see, 133.65 here. Yep. So we'll do that, and yeah, drive it in. But yeah, I'm just not. I don't know. I mean, I've followed Captain Sim for my goodness, over close to 20 years, and I mean they've done a lot of. I mean they put out a lot of great products back in the day. Things more on the simpler side. I mean they have steam gauges and things like that. They do wonderful work, but when it comes to more intricate systems like this, or the Airbus, or anything with advanced avionics, they struggle with. Flight modeling, they're pretty decent at, but I don't know. It's just their pricing. I'm just really uncomfortable with the price. Those of you who do purchase it and you like it, let me know. Like I said, it's just I don't know. I don't know. It's been causing quite a ruckus on the forums. I do know that. But I mean, this thing here is probably, and you guys see me fly it a lot, but it's probably the most comprehensive.
EPS 937, contact Land Center 125.115.
Okay.
125.15 for EPS.
The most comprehensive Donald Douglas MD-88 there is, or MD series period out there, and it's only, I think, with the upgrade, I think you end up paying maybe $70-80 for the whole lot. So that's the MD-82, 83, and the 88. Versus now, yeah, you'll get some. I think FS Labs I pay like $134 for, which is insane. I mean, tell me how in the world are you gonna convince, those of us who are married, convince your wife, hey, I'm about to buy, spend $134 for a virtual airplane. I mean, it's just not happening. So, it's I mean, it's it's a tough pill to swallow, but so worth it. I mean, a lot of work, goes into the development. So I mean, they're definitely do what they ask, but when you start getting $100 and you're like, okay, it's kind of pricey, so what am I getting for $100? And
Delta 786, contact Atlanta Center 125.15.
Alright.
2515, thank you for the help, 786.
Alright, just want to double check, make sure we're hearing you. But,
Delta 238, contact Memphis Center 133.65, good night.
Memphis Center on 3365, Delta 238, have a good one, thank you for your help.
Go. Delta 3247, Columbia Jones, 2 arrival, show landing south.
Oh, that's the disconnect button. Alright, give it a few moments. Memphis Center, good evening, Delta 238, with you, level 360.
Delta 238, Memphis Center, roger.
That's the disconnect button. Let me see if I can change it real quick and not be that guy who hot mics. See. Alright, I think I changed it. Whoops. I remember last stream I had it set and I didn't think about resetting my AP disconnect button prior to, so my bad on that one. I think I was in the Airbus last time, so thanks so much, Big D, man. Appreciate you for swinging by, and we'll see you later. Alright, so we are on Memphis Center now. So
UPS 218, expect the ILS to runway 16, the Northwest Arkansas altimeter is 29er, 79er.
ILS 16, 79er, and there's about light moderate pressure on that location with F-15.
UPS 218, roger.
Ah, cool. So, those of you who aren't familiar with the air traffic control network, let me try to explain it in like a couple minutes. But, so, air traffic control, they're basically there to ensure, that services are provided for pilots to ensure aircraft spacing, and all that. So it's not so much that they're there to, oh, you know, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You know me, you know, they're not there to snitch you out, basically. But you know, they're there, you know, for, I mean, they're basically there for pilot safety. I mean, they're super awesome to talk to, even in real life. No, very helpful. I mean, there's a lot of things going on, which you guys saw. You know, there's a lot of things going on, and you know, so you know, one, you're flying the airplane. On top of flying the airplane, you also have to keep an eyeball out to make sure, you know, we're not going to run into traffic. So if you got flight following or something like that, it just kind of basically gives you, you know, another set of eyes just to make sure that now it is still your responsibility as pilot pilot in command to ensure, you know, safe operation of your aircraft. But in terms of aircraft separation, air traffic control, once again, you know, they're there for you. So of course, you know, most of your large airports, you know, they're going to have ground, tower, departure, approach. Then you get into like the more national levels to where you're talking to center. And so center, they're monitoring, you know, a very large area of airspace. So they'll monitor, they're there to really monitor you during your en route segment of your trip. And as you get closer, then they'll pass you on to approach, and then approach passes you on the tower. And then, you know, once you land, then you'll talk to ground. But you know, in cases like, for example, you know, if you're working for a regional airline or something like that, and you're flying to an uncontrolled airport, you might be talking to the center the whole way, and then they may tell you to, you know, monitor Unicom frequency 122.8, and you know, you're just like, you know, any other Joe Blow at that point, but except you're, you know, a lot faster. So you know, you definitely have to ensure that you're constantly vigilant. Especially, I get more nervous around uncontrolled airports than I do, you know, in the middle of you know, Class B airspace. Just for that very reason. I mean, believe it or not, there's still guys out there. They don't make radio calls. You know, ADS. I think the ADS-B requirement has to. I don't think I remember they extended it once, but you know, so even if you have ADS-B capable, if you are one of the few that, well, kind of supposed to have it anyway, but you know, if you are ADS-B equipped and you know, you have traffic monitoring in your aircraft, you know, not everyone has ADS-B. You know, I've heard it's very expensive, and well, not, you know, they say it's very expensive. It's I don't know. I'm just looking for from an aircraft owner's perspective, it's really not that expensive to put in, but you know, so I mean, you really got to be super vigilant in uncontrolled airspace. I mean, I've been cut off before. You know, I've been on final at an airport, been cut off. I mean, if you think it happens in the roads, it can happen in the air. Trust me. So, you know, that's why it's really nice to, especially from like, even from on like a little VFR flight, from going from, you know, 50-mile trip, lane, shoot, I'll pick up flight following, and you know, like I said, you know, have that extra set of eyes there. But VATSIM, it's a shame we don't have, you know, continuous coverage throughout the United States. So you kind of have to pay attention on VATSIM to see, you know, where you're going to get coverage. So I mean, these guys volunteer their time, you know, so you know, when they're done, they're done. Now, like I said, you can go, you know, the Pilot Edge route and pay your $19 or whatever a month for services, but I mean, it's not that serious. If I'm going to pay money for air traffic control, I can just, you know, go to the airport and fly. So, but yeah, you know, I mean, there are options. There are options. Now this flight normally is about, I've done this flight in about 48 minutes, and it's just not that bad. It's just like I said, we're it's about 47 knot headwind, which was a lot worse about a week or so ago. I think winds were, especially at anything over like 300, winds were like 150, 116 knots. And it was a drag going from the west coast, going from the east coast to like anywhere in the definitely. Looks like things are getting pretty hot. Looks like New Orleans approach just came online. Memphis Center, of course, still online. Memphis approach. So we'll be talking to Memphis approach here shortly. So what we can do is go ahead and put in our frequency for Memphis approach, which I do this in a real airplane. I'll go ahead and put in the lead. Oh no, never mind. I'll go ahead and put in Memphis approach in there. So as soon as they give us the call and say contact approach on 125.80, then we'll say 25.8, 8, and step up there and put your next frequency. Anything to try to mitigate, because we're already going to have time getting our way into the airport, and most times, because I was on the other day, and Center does a pretty good job of letting you know what runway to potentially expect. And a lot of times they'll even ask you, hey, what approach you want to shoot. Which tonight we'll probably shoot a visual. I think weather is permitting, so we should be good to go on that. So at least you'll kind of have a heads up.
UPS 218 to center maintain 6,000.
Center maintain 6,000, UPS 218.
I'll be walking this down here in a little bit. But yeah, sometimes it's not too busy that can walk you in, but I think there's a lot of freight activity going on in Memphis right now. A lot of LATSIMers running FedEx routes and UPS routes.
Memphis Center, good evening. Learjet 45 Juliet Kilo, flight level 360. Learjet 45 Juliet Kilo, Memphis Center, roger.
There we go. So Memphis is getting a little busy right around now. Hopefully we get 18 Charlie. If not, I'm gonna try to request it, because 18 Charlie's awesome. I mean, it's just a super long runway. You can kind of position yourself where you need to go. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll just follow the flight plan and go from there. But if you are new to VATSIM and all that, don't freak out on the radio at all. I mean, these guys are just simmers just like we are. So just the number one thing, of course, fly the airplane. They tell you to contact, whatever on whatever, get the autopilot on or something like that, then set your frequency up. Now it's good, which I should have did it, and I didn't on departure. This departure is a little weird because I was just stumped at the whole performance management thing, which that's not. But like for example, if I know I'm going to be contacting departure as soon as if I'm not going to stay on center, or it just depends on how VATSIM's set up that day. But let's say, for example, departure's online and we're talking to tower and I'm at the whole short marker. I'll go ahead and I'll set
UPS 218, flight heading 290 vectors final approach course.
Heading 290 vectors final approach course, UPS 218.
I'll go ahead and I'll set up my my departure frequency in here in the standby box there, and as soon as we're ready to contact departure, we can just tap the old swap button and rinse and repeat. Same thing with VORs. If you're doing VOR navigation, it's the same exact thing. So just little things, especially if you're flying by yourself. Like MD-88, like I said, it's really, which is nice because FlytheMaddog did release the 2-person capability, the shared cockpit capability for the MaddDog. So if you got a buddy, you can you can share the load, which is awesome. You know, you're one guy handling the radios, other guy flying the airplane. I mean, cockpit resource management at its finest, right? So, but anywho, I digress. But you know, just any little tricks you can utilize to make life that much simpler, and you know, your experience that much more enjoyable. So we're getting pretty close to our top of descent, but we are not going to descend yet because we haven't been instructed by Memphis Center. Let's see, he's still online, so we're going to hold off. We're about, let's see, 138 miles out, and so we'll see. I wonder if we can jump on AKRs, see if we can get weather. I know with the Airbus we can.
Delta 238, descend via the Vans 2 arrival, landing south, transition, Memphis altimeter is 2981.
Vans 2 south arrival for 238.
Delta 238 center.
Oops. Go ahead for 238.
Delta 238, descend via Vans 2 arrival, landing south, transition, Memphis altimeter 2981.
Descend van south transition for 238. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start our descent. That was weird, I'm not exactly sure why he didn't pick us up. Let's see. Go ahead and jump back here. And it's south transition, which I believe we should be good to go on that one. Let's double check the charts real quick. Alright, so it's like we're starting our descent there. And let's see what we got going on here. Alright, let's see. Kilo. Gotta pull up my approach plates. Alright, arrival. Two. Right.
UPS 218, descend to maintain 4,000.
Descend to maintain 4,000, UPS 218.
Okay, alright. Double check. Alright. Laser. Laser. Heading south. Gotcha. right. All right. Alright, so hopefully, what did I say, Wazer. Alright, so we should be crossing vans at 2,000. Hopefully this thing, I haven't had any issues with the MD-88 on following vertical profiles. This is like the first time I've ever had them not vector me down, so that's pretty interesting. I guess sometimes just don't want to be bothered. You know what, just fly the star.
Delta 283, leaving the airspace. Fort Worth Center closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Roger, we'll monitor Unicom. Thanks for the service.
Let's see here. And
UPS 218, turn left heading 190, join the runway 16 final.
Left heading 190, join 16 final.
Okay. Go to arrival. Let's see, 18 Charlie. Alright, yeah, hopefully, really hope we can get away.
UPS 218, 6.5 miles from J Deer, maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 16 approach.
4,000 until established on localizer, cleared ILS 16 approach, UPS 218.
Alright. That's bad. Alright, so it's like she's flying the arrival here. Drag required, got you covered. That should be at van. We should be at vans at 280 knots. 250. A little bit below that. Tell you what, we're going to
Delta 238, expect the ILS runway 18 center approach.
expect ILS runway 18 center approach for 238. Yes! Yes! That pleases me. Alright. Alright.
UPS 218, let's see. UPS 218, the wind 2404, runway 16 clear to land.
Back in the day, had a interesting occurrence in real life, landing in Memphis. I think it was one of my first landings, commercially, and dropped the overhead bins. It was like my
November 4-5 Juliet Kilo, leaving the airspace now, Indianapolis Center closed. Radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
4-5 Juliet Kilo, good day.
But it was like the last, last portion of my IOE. One of my last trips during my IOE, and yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. Alright, so go around, go to set. Drop some spoilers here. Seatbelt signs are on. Turn the floods on here. Make it a little easier for you guys to see. Typically try to stay away from night flights, but one more exterior view. I am curious as to what point do they turn the lights off in the cabin, because I think those lights have been on the whole time. So he told us the south transition. Now, I don't have a copy of the charts to show you guys. You know what? I might be able to here. Without it being weird. Be able to show you guys. Without
UPS 218, turn left on Able.
spazzing out. Alright,
UPS 218, you can proceed to ramp via right turn Bravo and then a left on Mike.
again. I should totally use one approach right. Okay.
FedEx 1406, leaving the airspace, Indianapolis Center closed, radar services terminated, frequency change to advisory approved. Switching to Unicom 1406.
Alright, so the south transition that he's talking about is right there. So we're around there, so we're going to fly that south transition, and hopefully that'll set us up for
Delta 238, descend to maintain 6,000.
to maintain 6,238. So he's getting us set up for that approach there. So that's what's going on there. That is what's going on there. Let's see, 1,000 for, oh, don't do it, don't do it. All right, vertical speed. All right. So, let's see. All right. May have to tap on the brakes here just a little bit to arrest our descent. I do need to enter this approach course of 180. And we'll see, 240 there. 250 is the speed limit, so we want to make sure we're honoring that. Let's shallow up our descent to 1,900 foot per minute, and we're below 10,000 feet. So let's go ahead and put those landing lights on. Got those landing lights on there, below 10,000 feet. Go ahead and turn on that. We'll go ahead and turn on our engine ignition. Notify the cabin. I guess, oh, never mind, not set correctly. I need to go over here to the PA. Let's see. Alright, that has been notified. Back over here into our VHF-1 radio.
Delta 238, descend and maintain 2,400.
At 8.5 for 2,000, 238.
Delta 238, maintain 2,400.
2,400 for 248. Alright.
Memphis Center, good evening. United 1652 at flight level 340, inbound Stigdom.
So we changed this.
United 1652, Memphis Center, roger. I've got to close up here shortly. You can remain with Unicom.
Unicom 122.8, United 1652. Good day.
Jump on the speed brake again. Get this thing slowed down. Actually, I need to turn on this a little bit. Gotta see. If I can get that set. Alright. Let's see if we can run to 230. And of course, got to jump over here and oh, never mind. I already did hydraulic pump. I think we left them on. It's at 2,400, so we're gonna have to wing it here. Alright. Put some slats. Help us slow down. And this does happen, guys. You get super busy and that definitely happens. Right, there's the glide slope there. Almost at 2,400. I have to use the heading hold button. Alright.
Delta 238, turn left heading 270.
270 on the heading, 238. Alright, let's see. And heading hold. Just gonna rest that descent. A little low. A little low, but we're within limits there. Alright, we're gonna walk this guy down to 190 on our speed. We're down to 190. Drop that next notch of flaps. Help us manage all this energy we've built up. Alright. Pretty good so far.
Delta 238, turn left heading 210, join the 18 center localizer.
280 for the 18 center localizer, 238.
210, 210.
210, 238. I don't know why I was dialing 210, but whoops. There we go. Go ahead and arm that localizer.
Delta 238, 4 miles from Jaldo, cleared ILS runway 18 center approach.
Third ILS, runway 18 center, 238. Alright, we'll go ahead and arm the ILS real quick. Our speed down to 180. So right now, be a little bit easier depiction. Right now, so we're centered up on the localizer, looking pretty good. Glide slope's alive. We'll go ahead and walk that speed down to 170. Flaps 15. And we'll wait for the alright, so glide slope capture, gear down.
Delta 238, wind 170 at 10, runway 18 center, clear to land.
Clearly on 18 center, 238. Okay. Alright, go ahead and get our speed reduced here. And we'll go ahead and flaps 28. Alright, spoiler is armed. Auto brake is set.
Stabilizer motion.
we'll go ahead and take controls there. I have controls. All right, 1,000 stabilized, must approach altitude has been set. All right. One thing about 18C, 18 Center, that I've always been mindful of, try to at least, is there are some poles on the approach end, some light poles there, and there was an incident years ago. There was a Avro that clipped one, and of course if you're even at 3-degree glide path, you're not going to hit it, but you know, it does happen, or has happened at least.
400 minimums.
All right, continue.
300. 200.
Don't build a rudder.
100. Light slow. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay. Down there, get down. And we did not get of course joysticks are being weird.
Delta 238, turn right when able.
When able for 238. Alright. Very strange. Alright, go ahead and take this high speed exit here. Alright.
Delta 238, taxi to the ramp via Echo and Juliet.
Taxi to the ramp via Echo and Juliet for 238. Alright. Alright, let's stop right here and at least get the airplane cleaned up.
Passengers continuing their journey on another flight are kindly requested to contact the ground staff for information regarding customs clearance and baggage, even if it is already tagged for its final destination. We wish you a pleasant stay and thank you for choosing our airline.
See here. Alright, let's get that and get out of here. Oh, can I make that turn? I don't think I can. Oh, there I can. A little power. Alright. All right. And let's see if we can get our APU on, which might be a bit of a challenge. Bit of a challenge, but that's all right. And normally, lately I've been running fairly light loads, so I'm literally off the brakes, and I mean completely out of the thrust, and he wants to go, so which happens, but we can always go single engine. Always go single. And we'll just call this guy here our designated gate Bravo 26. All right. We'll go ahead and shut off number 1, leave 2 on until we can get the APU on. So, as much as I love the MD-80, sometimes she can be a handful, especially when you're on VATSIM and you got all these different things going on. There's not a whole lot of automation going on, and rightfully so. I mean, I think time back in the X60, 70. So, I mean, it makes sense. So, I mean, just prepare yourself if you're on VATSIM and running different flights and things like that. All right, so there we go there. And we'll go ahead and kill number 2. And turn on the start pump. Right. And strobe light should have been off years ago, but that's okay. Radar should be off years ago as well. That's all right. And we'll go ahead and clean the airplane up. So while we're doing that, actually, so these little guys here, which I'm not sure what they were thinking when they designed this thing, and you'll hear a lot of gripes about the MD-80 from my MD-80 drivers, but they just, I don't know, they just kind of threw a dart, and that's where they were going to put stuff. But the hydraulic pumps, now these are, the MD-80 can basically be flown without hydraulic. That's what makes the thing so freaking awesome. But the hydraulic pumps, these are your engine-driven hydraulic pumps, and these are your basically this is a transfer and auxiliary hydraulic pump. So normally before you start, you want to have these guys on, and during takeoffs and landing, because they give you hydraulic pressure. The engine-driven hydraulic pumps only function when the are running. So, and of course we blinded the heck out of the rampers, but that's all right. That is all right. Well, guys, it was an ordeal, but we made it. Had some audio issues. I'm also testing out a new version of OBS, so I appreciate you guys being my guinea pig. But other than that, we made it. Thanks so much, guys, for jumping in there. and chiming in. Oh, it does work. All right, cool. And hopefully I try to get something going on tomorrow. We'll see how the day goes. But other than that, guys, once again, you guys have a good rest of your evening. And we will see you later.